We're streaming now. Tata Steel, I just returned now. Um, just I had a sandwich, or maybe I had two sandwiches. I can't remember. So who's playing now? That's alright, babe. Yeah. What is it? I'm streaming. And okay, who's playing? Is Join? No, that's not playing. I think these guys are playing. I think that's the last game that actually does happen. Right. Um, because we haven't got too many folks now present here, I'm just gonna try and see if I can record at the same time what's streaming it. And I'm gonna see if there is any effects on the quality of the stream, that is. Let's see. I know I had some issues in the past with the streaming and the recording. Now, okay, seems to be fluent. All right, hi there, Raj. Raj, tell me if at your end now looks okay, because to my witnessing now, I'm looking and it looks to be just very smoothly. Yeah, I can see the message. I can see the message for sure. Yeah, it looks very smooth at my end. Okay, so we should be now live on 5 platforms. I haven't checked them all, so let's have now a quick look before Prague actually returns. So I can see now move number 41, H4, being played by Prague. So I guess it is Donchenko's turn to move. That is very good indeed. So let's go to Facebook now. Yeah, that's live as well. Okay, I'm not going to check them all. I guess it should be okay. Now the question is, how long will it take these guys to actually resume the games? So Ding Liren drew today. Finally, he kind of like lost the last 2 rounds. Wei won against Max. Abdusattorov won versus Joan Jun. Gukesh drew with Firuja. Okay, I think we could look at that one. Anishgiri drew versus Ian. And Max Sudlu lost to Vidit. And now the last one in progress is Prague and Donchenko. Yeah, well, some folks just hail Praggnanandha as probably the next World Chess champion. Of course, that's to be disputed now. It's Ali Reza that probably aims for the same title, and we've got Ali Reza, we've got Nordibek Abdusattorov also aiming to be World Chess champion, and of course Prague. So dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm married myself, and I never sensed any sort of difficulty in relation with your question. Nothing stops you to finding a player that actually is happy to being in a relationship because you are a player or something like that, or vice versa. I don't know. Find the chess player then. Hey, back to the game, right? Let's have a look what Prague is playing here. Prague is white and Alexander Donchenko black. And guys, they had started to play now. H4, King F7. Now it's time for you guys to exercise your best chess thinking. And what would you play then? Okay, I can see now there is a little bit of pressure here from the bishop coming. Now, you might be doing some check here, right? I mean, the bishop is pinned. That's for sure. So the bishop is pinned. So I think everything is gravitating around this guy. So there is a lot of pressure on this particular pawn here. I don't know for how long Prague can keep that pawn alive. So you could do some check. Then king's gonna attack you, that's for sure. And then what do? Do you go back? Do you play something else? Interesting. Interesting. So now, good news, Prague is like 42 minutes available, and Alexander Donchenko 34. So they got plenty of time to decide. But obviously, yeah, that's the weakness here. Let me count the pawns. 3, 2, 5, 2, 2, 4. Okay, so that's actually, it's an extra pawn, so to speak. I guess this is pivot. This is very important for white. Very important. He's got an extra pawn. Can you hold on to that pawn? Would you put the rook behind the passed pawn? I think that's one of those rules in chess where you actually want to put your guy behind the passed pawn. Therefore, you're freeing the knight to do stuff. You know? So I just wonder if would be safe to play this one. Of course, the bishop looks at both pawns here. Now, if you do this, you might be finding yourself having the knight attacked. And if the knight moves, then you might have a problem with defending those two pawns. So it's a little bit difficult. It's not that easy. If it was easy, Prague would have moved already. So Pragnananda would have played already. No, there is no passed pawn for the time being. It's just an extra pawn here. There is no passer because all the pawns are challenged by other pawns. So there is no free pawn. Sorry, there is no passed pawn anywhere. All pawns are being, opposed. There is a pawn majority. You might say that. There is a pawn majority on the queen side for white here. But there is no passed pawn for the time being. So Prague is actually boasting that extra pawn on d4. Now let's see if he capitalizes and how he does it. So I think that's the instruction this evening for all of us. I'd personally be very curious how is he going to play here. Yeah, I would have started earlier, but I couldn't because I just returned. So I couldn't start earlier the stream. Okay. So feel free, guys, to throw your best ideas here. How do you think Prague should be proceeding? How he should be playing here? So the bishop is currently under a pin. Could you play something like this, I wonder? And this guy's gonna fall though. So I'm not sure. It's not very clear. It's not very simple. How do you capitalize here? How do you move things around? Are you gonna move the king? You're gonna play a king move? I guess you want to keep the rook on the third rank for the time being. And the rook is on a light square, the bishop is on dark square, so I guess it's pretty safe for the rook now. If you have to do something, probably want to do something with the knight. But what exactly you plan on doing? Could you? Takes. Very difficult. Very difficult. Really difficult. If you move the knight, where do you go the knight and what do you achieve? If you move the rook, where exactly do you want to move the rook? What I'm saying is that if you do something like rook e3, say, or even rook d3, which makes a lot of sense, you're going to be running into this. So how do you play? How do you play then? So that makes me think, do I have to move the king? Genuine question. I don't think it's very easy. Looks like white is a bit of a sort of like a strange zugzwang here. I mean, you may not particularly want to move. You may want black to play something. So I guess you got to do a waiting move. I'm seeing like oscillating between 3, 4, 1, 1, 3, 4 because I'm multi-streaming now, and I guess, Raj, that people are coming via Facebook. They might be spending a few seconds, and if it's interesting, they stay. If not, if they don't want to do chess, they leave. From via Facebook, via LinkedIn. YouTube, that is yourself right now, and kick.com. So it's just going like 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and so forth, you know. But I've just started the stream now, like what, like 5, 10 minutes ago? Yeah, 10 minutes ago almost. So I guess, you know. And anyway. Now, maybe a good microphone. I got a Siemens, a friend of mine just sponsored. He was very kind. I got a, no, not a Siemens, Sennheiser, made in Germany. So a friend of mine, uh, Augustine, he donated, he sponsored me with a nice mic. So yeah. It probably, Anirudh, good to see you, brother. It could be, it could be. It could be a draw. But probably Prague, knowing Prague, we all know that he is very resourceful. If you give this position to Magnus Carlsen, do you think he will just shake your hand and go quickly to grab a sandwich? If you give this position to Magnus, I think he would actually would like to win. Now, I agree on what you're saying. That probably it's a draw. Exactly right. I think Magnus Carlsen will squeeze the heck out. There you go, king move. My last interpretation here was a king move. Yes, I was indeed correct on this one. So you don't want to move the rook away from defending the knight. You don't want to move the knight away, but instead play sort of like a waiting move, king h3. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying there. A player like Magnus would not give you a draw here. You know, I fully realize it's incredibly difficult to capitalize. I don't even know the heck am I supposed to be attacking. I mean, let's put it like this. That's a weakness, that's a weakness. Those two black pawns, they are isolated. Now, how exactly are you making your way towards attacking those two black pawns? That's the question. So now he played Prague. I think this is highly instructive, guys. If you have to do any chess this evening, you better stick with this position with the Prague versus Donchenko. I think it's very instructive, honestly. So you've got two weaknesses you need to go after, c6 and a6. You got an extra guy here, protected by the pawn currently. You might see a rook at some point attacking. How do you deal with that? I'm open, I'm all ears. I'm expecting nothing less from Prague than the highest possible chess findings. I mean, I'm seeing Prague as a very, very promising potential world chess champion. So I'm having the highest expectation from Prague. Probably I'm not the only one. Oh, knight is incredibly overloaded. Yeah, it's overworked. Absolutely. Hi there, my friends. Trading, and there was another fella upstairs. I don't know if there's something. I think it's Thai alphabet. Sorry, I can't read that one. I don't. Yeah, it's something from Thailand or something. I'm not very familiar, so I apologize. But I do want to say hello to all of our friends. So indeed, the knight on f5 is overworked. There you go. So now, Donchenko plays king e6. I guess he just simply wants to come closer. Honestly, he just wants to fix a weakness with the king. So you would expect from, hey, whoa, you can't get there because there is a freaking fork. You can't do this. So okay, he won't play straight away, but I think what does that mean? What that means is that you can't move the rook around here because you're gonna drop your guy. Anyway. Well, maybe he had a couple of bad days. Okay, he lost 2 matches. Indeed, that was unpleasant, at least, let's say. He's still world chess champion, and he's going to defend the title. He's going to defend the title. So let's see. So Anirudh, I'm happy with your suggestion. Knight to g3 you're suggesting here, and I think it makes a ton of sense. Knight to g3. If bishop were to capture, probably you're thinking about compensating by capturing h5. Am I correct, Anirudh? Am I correct? You want to play knight g3 in order to take back when bishop takes on d4. You want to take back on h5. I guess that's a way to play it. I guess that might be a way to play it. Probably you notice, guys, I'm not putting the engine. And I would absolutely advise you not to as well. Try to make an effort yourselves. Don't put the engine, because you actually don't have to make a bit of an effort, never ever. I mean, it's not going to improve your chess because you put the engine on now. So, well, it's supposed to be fire, Raj. It's supposed to be very, very fiery. So Dingley is not going to go down that easy. If it's to happen, though. Yes, Anirudh. Bingo, Anirudh. You've got a knight g3. Knight g3. You play like Prague. There you go. Good man. Knight g3. Now, we could see g6 as you had advised. It could be. And again, the onus is on white to find a way to defending this guy. But you know what? It could also be this kind of stuff after g6. Like placing the rook behind the so to speak passed pawn. So that might be one way. I'm not sure, but it could be. g6 is, I think, very prophylactic. g6 defends h5, but also takes f5, but also weakens this guy. So can you expect Anirudh, oopsie, can you expect Anirudh after a move like g6, can you expect this? But then bishop takes. Then what do? You could do this, check though. And it's complicated, I'm not sure. Then maybe, I don't know. Yeah, we can debate on this one. Probably g6. I'm curious to see what Donchenko has to do. Well, yeah, you could play with metaphors and stuff like that. Ding is gonna put up a fight no matter what, and I think he's more than capable to. He's more than capable to. He needs to find his balance, and he's gonna put a heck of a fight. And he's an excellent positional player. No, not gonna be easy anything. And we don't want it to be easy, frankly. We don't want it to be easy. It's not meant to be. Chess is not easy anyway. But it's good as it is now. Okay. Knight g3. Oh yeah, whenever you got time, guys. I did a game number 7, Spassky versus Bobby Fischer. So just I tried to stay under 10 minutes because I wanted to upload it on TikTok as well. So whenever you got time, you may want to just have a look at that one. So g6, probably it's very important to be played now. I don't think you want to go for the d4 pawn. You want to make sure the knight doesn't go anywhere. It could be. It could be. G6. G6 here, and frankly, I'm not sure. This one, but then again they take. Okay, I'm not very certain about this kind of things. It could be a little bit of knight dancing. The bishop, by the way, the bishop is super happy on this kind of open positions if that pawn were to fall. So the bishop is a bit happier, and g6 would just preserve the h5, rendering the white knight a little bit inoperable. So what can I say? It's a tough one. King to d5. Huh. I'm not sure about king d5 now. I think we gotta do some g6. We have to defend this guy, though. Wait a minute, did they play something? Let me refresh the page. Wait a sec, guys. Oh yeah, they played a couple of moves. Sugar, I missed it. So knight g3. Hey, g6. We ever said Anirudh? Anirudh said g6. Rook e3. Okay. Okay. Prague played rook e3. Yeah. Rook e3 check. What can the black king go? What do you do? Yeah, that's what I said too, Anirudh. I did say rook d3. I normally try to get my rook behind the extra pawn or the passed pawn, even if I consider pawn advancement. So yeah, probably rook d3. Probably rook d3. I'm probably, I just wonder, maybe Prague considered getting the rook on the back rank or something. Could that have been the thing? Maybe he wants to get rook over to e8 or something. I'm just not sure. Maybe for some future checks, or it's not very obvious. Okay, what do you do after king d5 though? You're gonna play what? You're gonna play like what? King d5, what are you gonna play? Because if you do this, you might have a problem then. King takes d4, what do you do? So really, what do you do? You could. You could do knight e2, yeah. I guess you can, yeah. And knight e2. King d5, knight e2. Because you want to play knight f4, right? You want to play knight f4 or something. But then king takes. Okay, and then you play rook d3 check. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. No. No, 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 no. That's I don't like. Knight e2 can be played, Anirudh. I think you can do knight e2. I'm not sure about knight f4 afterwards. After pawn is being taken by the king. I don't think it's very easy. Okay. It's Blackstone, by the way. I think you want to get the king down, right? You want to get the king on d. Is there a problem with king d5? What's the problem with king d5? Is there any problem doing the king? Moving the king? King d5 is absolutely fine. It's actually fixing a weakness, white's weakness. Get the king. Oh my days, what do you do? The heck is that? Was he afraid about losing g6 or something? That's weird. Guys, this is a bit weird. He played the king back on f7. Was there a problem with king d5? Is there like a fork or something I'm not seeing? If he had played previously king to d5, was there a danger or something? Well, of course, yeah, probably you would say knight a4. Yeah, probably knight a4, yeah. Yeah, knight a4, then bishop takes, then potentially you just play rook f3, check again. Having the knight here, maybe you're jumping here with the knight, okay. Okay, so if bishop, no, it's Prague's turn. So knight e4 springs to my, it could be also rook f3 though. It could be rook f3, but so there's two main things, I guess, here, Anirudh and Raj. I think we have rook f3 and knight e4. One of these two, I think, are the candidates. Now, you tell me which one you think might be better and why. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, rook f3, then king goes back. What do? Do you repeat stuff, or then you're going to play rook d3? I think it's very instructive here at this stage. It's good. I'm curious to see how he... I'm curious. I'm really interested. Yeah, how exactly he going to do here? How exactly Prague is going to do this? I tend to say that if black manages to get that pawn on d4, that bishop is a bit happier than the knight, probably. Because it's an open position and all diagonals are open. And that bishop seems to be a bit more dangerous than the knight. The dark square bishop seems to be more dangerous. Now let's see. Um, no, I don't have a title. My ECF Rapid is 1700. My chess.com is like 2000 or 22. I think the Rapid 2200. So I got no title. And I'm not sure when I'm going to play over the board. Rook f3, knight e4. Huh. I can't remember exactly. How many years did it take me? I don't know. I've started in when. Well, I've been playing since my 20s now. So I mean, I've been doing chess, almost my whole youth, and now I'm like 46 now. So I've been playing chess for like my whole life, so to speak. I mean, I've learned the rules when I was a kid, but I didn't take it seriously to that extent. I mean, I was just playing every now and then. But on chess.com, when did I play it firstly? In 2016 or something. I need to go on my chess.com account. It says right there when first I registered on their account. So yeah, well, I mean, you could go just to chess.com, see when I created the account, and then that's it. Then that's it. When did I created the account? It should be 2016, 2018 or something. No idea. When did I create it? Joined 2016. Okay, so 2016. There you go. Like 8 years or something. But maybe probably I got to those numbers previously, to some of them. Yes. Analyze all of the stuff you play. It's very important to analyze your games, Raj. So I'd say go for rapids. Analyze every single game you do. Do your openings. Find your openings that reflect very well your personality and you feeling very confident in that opening. Deepen them. Play those openings. Look at GMs playing those openings. Watch Pragnananda playing chess. Watch Magnus Carlsen. Look at their games. Try to predict their moves. Don't put the engine on during the live games. Never. Do the engine out afterwards. And I think you're going to grow. Then, of course, there's a matter of individual progression. I mean, you might be, faster than others. You might be thinking more. You might be seeing more. So, not all people are equal, so to speak. I don't know. Apparently, the other guys can hear it, apart from you, physics. It might be just you. Yeah, so analyze the games that you personally play. So that's one thing. Every single one of them. Do rapids because bullet is not going to be very helpful. Blitz just for fun. But do rapids, analyze them. Tactics every day. Raj, 10, 20, 30 or more puzzles every day. That's important too. Hey, Prague didn't move, guys. Last move, King f7, played by Donchenko, and Pragnananda didn't move nothing. He's thinking. He didn't move anything. Absolutely nothing. He didn't move anything. I mean, yeah, 94 probably springs to mind, but that's already a committal move when you do knight. Knight e2 he played it. I think Anirudh called it and he just played it now. Knight e2 just played it now. So knight e2 defends the d4. Okay. Okay. The king can't move on the e file, that's for sure. Pawn is being defended, okay. He holds on to that pawn. He holds on to the pawn on d4, the extra pawn that Prague is having. He's attacking twice now. Rook d2. Maybe c5 was an idea, but Donchenko goes for rook d2, which obviously you can see it, guys. It's double attack on the pawn. And now the question is, you're going to play rook e4, which kind of like seems to be making sense. But when you do this, you're going to have rook d3. And you know what that means, guys. It means that the king is attacked and the pawn on b3 is attacked. So I'm really questioning if rook e4 is the move. I don't think so. You really can't afford check and losing the b3 pawn, because the d4 is going to fall anyway, I guess. So what it probably going to make sense, make another king move now. Why do I say that? Make a king move with white. Black's going to take if they're going to take. Knight's going to take. Rook's going to take. And then you play rook c3. And that's it. So make another waiting move. Make king g3. I mean, I don't know what else you want to play. Do you want to play pawn g3? Maybe. So you're kind of protecting the king against future checks at least? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. It could be though. So king g3 or g3. That pawn can't be defended twice. I don't know how you can defend that guy twice. You can't. Unless... No, you can't. You cannot. I don't think you can. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me, guys, if you think I'm wrong. If you think white can defend the pawn on d4, let me know. There you go, g3. There you go. g3. Yep. I'm happy I found the g3 move. That's exactly what I would have played, I like to think. So again, to my understanding, bishop takes d4, knight takes d4, rook takes d4, and rook c3. And then probably rook d6, and then probably you're going to play rook c5. So let me just draw a couple of arrows here. So, to my understanding, bishop takes, knight takes, rook c3. You want to go for the c6. And obviously black's going to play rook to d6. And then you're going to play rook to c5, because you may just simply want to get here on a5. So I think that might be Prague's little plan here. Tell me if you think I'm wrong or if you got a better one, but that seems to be the case. Now the question is Donchenko going to take on d4 or not? I don't know. But in case he takes, I get... Yeah, okay, he took. Of course knight takes, right? Oh, don't tell me you don't take and you play rook f3 first. I don't think so. I think you want to take with the knight. Rook takes rook c3. And then you might be getting quicker to attacking a6. Maybe. Okay, maybe you get quicker to attack a6. Okay. So, let me know, Anirudh, would you take the bishop now, or would you play rook f3? What would you play, guys? I mean, I would just take the bishop. I would take the bishop. Rook would take, then rook c3. That's exactly what I would do. There you go. I called that one too. Rook takes, rook plays, rook d6. There you go. I mean, it's kind of natural, isn't it? So, rook to d6, rook to c5, and rook to a5. And probably Donchenko's going to go back here. But then you're going to take, you're going to take, you're going to take. This guy's going to play the rook to attack, and you're going to play something like rook to c4. And you're going to have created the passer, if that goes exactly as I said. Because I mean, it might go differently, though. Yeah, I think you might be right, Anirudh. So therefore, we need to consider this sequence now. Now, I think 99.99, we're going to see rook d6. I mean, it could be some other subtleties. It could be rook b3, though. Sorry, rook b4. There you go. Yeah, I just said it, rook b4. Yeah. Yeah. Still creating a passer, though. Takes, and takes. And then you go here, and then probably it's a draw. Probably it's a draw now. I don't know. I think Prague may want to continue because the black king is still out in the open. So it's checkable, Anirudh. If the black king is checkable, you might be able to get the rook on the back rank, move this pawn. Maybe you get yourself a nice check with tempo. I mean, it's worth exploiting. Why not? There you go. Rook c6, rook takes b3, and then rook takes a6. That's exactly what's going to be. Yeah. I think the last 6-7 moves were exactly as I had predicted, because probably there was just not too many options anyway. So now that I was incredibly creative, there's just not too much left. So now you're going to push the pawn, I guess. Probably you're going to... Okay, he moves the king, though. Interesting. What if they check you? What if rook a2? You're going to go back rook h3? I don't know. Okay, probably he needs to push this guy a bit and just play like this. Yeah, he probably should be doing that if he wants to do, because probably it's a draw now. I would have pushed the pawn exactly as I said. Exactly as I drew the arrow previously, that's exactly what I would have done. Just move rook a8, play like this, of course. Rook a8, get the pawn here, then try to hunt this guy. If the king goes too far away from g6, there you go, rook a8. I mean, not a huge philosophy, right? Not a huge philosophy. We did say that. I don't think the black king can afford going too much out in the open. Of course they cannot. Because this guy's going to fall down, and then you're really done. So yeah, okay, he's going to push. No, what are you talking about? About over the board? If it's over the board, no one is using anything. If it's online, anything is possible. Yes, if it's the same number of seconds in between the moves, if the moves are perfect. But now there is a thing. If the moves are very limited in their options. I mean, look, I've anticipated the last 8 moves in this game. And I'm not using any engine, as you could see on my screen. So, I mean, it's not too many options. I mean, we can all agree that Prague is going to just push this guy here, and then, you know. Yeah, so he's going to push again, all right? So you don't need an engine for this. I don't think you're going to need an engine for this. Yeah, okay. More than this, what else can you do? So some moves could be pretty much forced. Again, I don't know. Could you move the king, I wonder? Because if the black rook ventures... No, I think you should push one more time. And yeah, so he pushed one more time. You got to look at many aspects, Anirudh. First, if you got a suspicion, just report the person. Very simple. Secondly, yeah, there could be a couple of signs. They use the same amount of seconds. The move are pretty much perfect. Stuff like that. And difficult to be seen. Yeah, so now you guys reckon you can't do this here. Because I'm just going to play check. You're going to take and I'm queening. So g3 is untakeable. Guys, I'm not sure that's very much a draw. Because let me tell you what I understand from the current position. Again, rook can't take this guy. Because we're going to have a mother of sacrifices here. Yeah, so the king now is going to try to go here. The king is going to try to go supporting the pawn so that the white rook can move and do all sorts of stuff. So I think white just simply wants to maybe zigzagging. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they want to be zigzagging those guys. Maybe he wants to go over to f6 or something. Not clear. Let's find out. Maybe he gonna be zigzagging now. King c5, king b6. Now they're gonna be just checking you from behind big time. I mean, yeah, okay, he goes towards this guy. Interesting. Is he gonna play king f4, king g5? Maybe. 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 He could. Huh. Yeah, probably it's a draw. But it's worth pushing it. Yeah. Did they? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. It probably was a draw for some time ago. It was a draw. Yes. They just draw. They just draw. Yeah. Raj, let's have a look at one of the games you played, man. So you gotta analyze your game. If you want to make any progress or something, you have to look at the stuff you played. So let's look at maybe the last game you played online. Maybe we're gonna look at one of Anirudh, and then we'll take it from there. So if you want to put a link with some of the stuff you played, Raj, feel free to. Yeah, that was a nice, probably a very nice one. Let's see what actually things took place today. Vidit one, maybe that one is worth analyzing. Abdussatorov beat June. Nepomniachtchi drew. Alireza Gukesh drew. Okay, Maksudlu and Vidit. Vidit won. Vidit won this game. Oh. So Roger, do you want to analyze the game? Well, put a link or something. And let's have a look at that. B7. Oh, you watched it already, I reckon, Anirudh. I think you watched it already. Alireza Gukesh, did they draw? Did they draw? I think they drew, right? Yeah, but you can watch YouTube videos and you can meet up with some streamers every now and then, so that's still good. And you could be an autodidact. So you have a lot of material on the public libraries and you got a lot of information on the public domain. And yeah, I think libraries are free. And the internet content is huge. So if you got access to internet, you actually have access to a lot of chess information. You know, that's something weird Max Sudlo did here. Anirudh, would you actually drop knight d2 here? Okay, I guess you don't want to be in a pin or something. Wow. Knight d2, Jesus. Look at this. Queen attacks, queen moves. Now they could do knight a4. Exactly. Wow, this is crazy position. Jesus Christ. What do you play here? You do check again, right? Gee, can you believe that? Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh boy, but that I don't know if you've seen that Anirudh, but this is incredibly tactical game. So tactical. I mean, just look at the madness. Knight a4 attacking queen and bishop. And now Vidit plays bishop b5 check. Bishop sacks a bishop here. Vidit sacks a bishop here. And now Vidit moves the queen away from the knight's attack. Jesus Christ. So you take the bishop, I'm going to take your knight. How crazy that is. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Yeah, the Viking is awfully, awfully, awfully positioned. It's the most awful ever. Bone Cloud is horrible here. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah, we're gonna be replying to that guy just later on today. Okay, rook attacks the queen. Oh my God. So he takes on h6. And now if you take, actually, they're going to be taking your guy. But then he takes on c5 first. Rook is being under attack. Oh my God, and now he sacked the full rook. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, and now queen e7. This is a crazy of a game. I'm sorry I didn't see it live. This is just sick. Anirudh, did you see this game before, Anirudh? So after Maksudlu took on f6, he didn't even take on f6. He didn't take. He actually played the queen. Jesus Christ. This is sick. Because you got a problem if you take the bishop. They're going to take with the rook, and then you might have a major checkmate on h7. Anirudh, this is so sick if you take the bishop. Rook is going to take. You're going to have a major problem with that h7 square. Yeah, you could push, I reckon you could push a pawn or something to block. You could play f5, but it's still very much naked. This is so sick. This is a crazy position. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. You gotta be very, very well rested for this. My God. So the problem would be if you grab this guy, they're gonna be taking you here. This is so horrible. This is wow. Now you have to take. Yeah, he wants to play something like this, I reckon. He wants to play some rook to g5, checking the king, supported by the pawn. Maybe he dreams of getting the bishop out somehow at some point. I don't know when, how. This is just unbelievable. My God. Can you look how knight at rook f3 doesn't really work? Although you do have this. Sorry, do they play blitz or something now? Can you play rook f3? Bishop f3, yeah, but you pinned. It's an absolute pin. You can't play rook g3. It's impossible. It's an absolute pin. This is crazy. Where do you go? And it doesn't make sense. You can't even go on h5 because you still have a bishop g4 fork. This is such a crazy position. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Of course, queen takes. Oh my God, this is just so unbelievable. Oh God. You can't believe that. He wants to double up on the d file, I reckon. Maybe he wants to double the rooks. Maybe he wants to play this after all. Yeah, he doubles the rooks. I haven't seen the game before, by the way. But he gone castle. Yeah, the rook was pretty much gone. Exactly right. Exactly. I don't know what you're doing here. Queen d7, but that would be more checks coming. Would you do this? Just trade off? No. He does an almighty Alekine's gun. Check. King moves. Runs away. Queen g6. Pressure on the g2. Guys, this game is absolutely super sick. Really. Oh my God. What a crazy game. Oh, the boy. He wants to play queen e4. Oh, he probably wants to do this kind of stuff. Wow. Queen is being hit. You gotta move the queen. You gotta go on the B1 or A1. You just don't have a choice. Well, he goes on E3. Can you go rook D8 to D2? No, he takes on B2. Wow. You can't move the king because I'm going to take on E2. Well, I'm going to take on E2 regardless. Okay, that's going to be a problem. It's just a phenomenal game, this one. Vidit and Maksudlu, just a phenomenal game. This is just so tactical, so beautiful. Check, moves away. Check, moves away. Attacks the queen. Check. Oh my god. There's like a billion checks coming though. Takes. Yeah, I think it's smoked now. Yeah, that king on e2 and Herod. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. King on e2, I think was a very bad idea. Yeah, I think king on e2. What a crazy game they played. Why didn't he just play normally here? Okay. c5. Can't you just do e3 and just play normally? He played e3. Nice e6. Can't you just play bishop e2? I just wonder, I mean, if you do bishop e2 and castle, what's the problem? Yeah, bishop e2 is playable. Yeah, I mean, I just want to... Okay, bishop e2, dc, bishop c4. Okay, queen d1. Rook d1, b6, 0. I guess you can. Queen c2. Now I'm looking at the engine. Queen c2, queen a5. Rook d1, knight d2. Knight d2 is the second line. It's a theoretical approach. Yeah. Knight d2. Wow, very tactical. Rook d1. He played rook d1. h6 by Vidit. And knight d2. That's the first line. Still very theoretical. And d4. But this is incredibly sharp. You've got only knight b. So where did he mess up? My god. No, it's still theoretical. So this is pure theory. Knight c5, the first line, knight a4, attacks the bishop, and now bishop b4. No, he didn't come up with this move during the game. That's a preparation. No, that's a preparation. So they prepared, what move is that? Move 13, that's a preparation. King e2, a b4 would be actually something. A b4, queen b4, knight c3. This is just so sick. King e2. My god. Knight d4. Knight takes d4. Pawn takes. This is preparation. Well, you could have. Yeah, there is a line. Yeah, there is a line here. There is a line. A, B, queen B, knight c3, because he's attacking your knight on a4 regardless. So there is a line with a b4, but there is also king e2. And now bishop, this is still in the preparation. Knight c5. Bishop takes, pawn takes. e5. I feel that's still preparation. I'm not sure. Oh, rook d6. Oh my god. My god, what a sick game. b6, queen a5, bishop g4. Queen a5. These guys are fully prepared. This is just so sickening. Okay, so Maksudlu, move number 19. Okay, Anirudh and Raj. I think Maksudlu finished his preparation maybe around this move, or maybe he thought that psychologically he's gonna get him. He played the move that gives black huge advantage, but yes, the game is very sharp. He played bishop h6, which is the third line of the engine. Crazy. The engine actually says you should play bishop e3, maintaining your positional advantage. This is just crazy. So bishop h6, the third line of the engine, in which black is dominating and winning, as we've seen. But Maksudlo, he should have played the only move that is doable here, which is bishop e3. Bishop e3 defends the c5. Rook is nice and happy. You're just kind of playing. The first line is bishop e3. That's the first line. With advantage for white, for Maksudlo here. He didn't go for this one, though. He didn't play bishop e3. He played the third line of the engine, which is actually not very optimistic. Bishop takes h6. I guess if you... My God. It's crazy. So now, yeah, bishop h6. And he took on c5. I'm just watching the Evalban now. Rook takes f6 by Maksudlo. And now, believe it or not, I don't know if Vidit was still in preparation or not, but this is absolutely sick. There is only one correct move to play, guys. That makes me think that actually Vidit is so fully booked that he knew, including Queen e7. Queen e7. He played the only move. By the way, the only move there is move number 21. There is only one move you do here. Anything else you do, you are dead. You're toast. There is only one move, guys. Queen e7. One move. Anything else you play, you die. Or in any case, white is very happy. Let's say you don't die, but white is absolutely cool. And that is Queen e7 if you want to preserve the advantage. This is crazy. You got to be in preparation here because I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this one over the board just like this. This is very difficult. Queen e7, the only correct move. You grab on f6, it's queen c3. This is so crazy. You grab on f6, white doesn't even have to take your rook on f8. They got to play queen to c3. This is sickening. So once you take, they don't even have to take your rook. They do queen c3 because probably of this and that. This is so sick. My God. So gf6, and actually you play queen c3. And then black needs to play urgently bishop g4 because you're going to get checkmated after queen g3. This is sick as it can get. My God, what a crazy position. So here you gotta go queen e7 to maintain your advantage. And now what did Maksudlo play? He played the second line of the engine. Bishop takes g7. He tries to open up the opponent king. He should have played rook f3, but he's already toast here. Bishop takes, king takes, rook f5. And now Vidit could have just simply taken the rook, but he thought the rook is compromised anyway, so he just developed rook e8. Sorry, he played rook d8. Okay, he's really a massive grandmaster. He's really huge. No, Vidit in it, I mean, just look at it. Look at his play. Look at his nerves. Look at Vidit's nerves. My God. He's a machine. Yes, that's exactly right. He is an absolute machine. Yeah, well, yeah, I've seen that one, at least that one. Yeah, he's fully booked, and not just he's fully booked, he just sees things. My God, what a player. What a game against Maksudlo. What a crazy game against Maksudlo. Until move 21, they were fully booked, and then Maksudlo actually went with that crazy move, bishop h6. If he just retreated the bishop on e3, game would have just continued normally. Oh, there's no joke about Vidit. He's not messing around. He's a killer. My God, what a player. Jesus Christ. He's just fully booked here. So this is the moment, guys. If you ever play this, the only correct move for white is bishop e3. Unbelievable. So you gotta do don't do like Maksudlo. Don't play bishop takes h6 unless you play a club level player, and then probably they're gonna blunder if you don't blunder before them. My God. So bishop e3 was the only correct move for white here. The best move for white here. This is very difficult. Very difficult position. Very instructive though. Very instructive. I think I like it. Very instructive. Wow. What a crazy bone cloud. Yeah, well, Anand is the father of the GMs in India, right? So he's the spiritual patron of the Indian grandmasters, Anand. Yeah, he's an icon now. He's a legend, Anand. And this guy's now coming from behind very, very strongly. What a bunch of super strong GMs from India, yeah. Vidit and Prague and Gukesh. Wow. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a fabulous legend player. Totally. No one denies that. Absolutely nobody denies that. It's recognized worldwide. 5-time world chess champion, right, Anand? So yeah, that says it all. Crazy. Bishop e3. And Maxuto went with bishop h6. Maybe he thought Vidit's gonna be surprised or something. I'm not sure what he decided here. So that's move number 20. By the way, Anirudh and Raj. This is move number 20, guys. In which you have to play bishop e3. Crazy. All right. So, guys, I'll be returning then tomorrow if I'm not completely knackered after the club tomorrow, which I think I'm going to be back around 6. And maybe around 7, I'll be able to just, stay like 1 hour, 60 minutes, maybe 90 minutes with you guys. Yeah, we can just Google it and find out. Yeah. And yeah, whenever you got time, guys, have a look at Spassky Fisher, game number 7. I put it on YouTube whenever you got time, if you want to. And we'll take it from there. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm going to send you a virtual beer. And yeah, I'm not rooting for anyone in particular. I'm just enjoying so much this guy's playing. I absolutely love it. All right, guys. So take care of yourselves now, and see you guys tomorrow evening. I reckon 7 p.m.-ish. Okay, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, guys. See you next time. Cheers.